On January 31, 1606, Guy Fawkes was executed for his leading role in the failed gunpowder plot, an English Catholic conspirator best known for his role in the failed 1605 gunpowder plot. After being tortured and convicted of high treason, Fawkes broke his neck by jumping or falling from the scaffold, avoiding the full, brutal punishment of being hanged, drawn, and quartered, which was carried out on other conspirators. Guy Fawkes is a polarizing historical figure, viewed either as a Catholic martyr against Protestant persecution or a violent, treasonous terrorist for his role in the 1605 gunpowder plot to blow up Parliament and King James I. While he wasn't the leader, his capture in a cellar with 36 barrels of gunpowder made him the face of the failed plot, resulting in his brutal execution. Historically burned in effigy to mark the failed conspiracy, he has evolved into a complex modern symbol of anti-establishment protest and anarchy. The January 31, 2018 total lunar eclipse, known as a super blue blood moon, featured a rare combination of a blue moon, supermoon, and total lunar eclipse. It was primarily visible in the early morning for Western North America, Asia, and Australia, with the moon appearing reddish-orange during totality. Another separate total lunar eclipse is forecast to occur on January 31, 2037. On January 31, 1945, Private Eddie Slovic was executed by firing squad in France, becoming the first and only American soldier to be executed for desertion since the Civil War. Convicted of deserting under fire, his sentence was confirmed by General Dwight Eisenhower to deter others. Originally buried in a secret cemetery in France, his remains were returned to Michigan in 1987 to be buried next to his wife. His story was famously adapted into a film starring Martin Sheen. Slovic's case is often debated, with some viewing him as a victim of a harsh, high-stakes military example, and others as a soldier who forced the army's hand through willful, repeated defiance. The first McDonald's in the Soviet Union opened on January 31, 1990, in Pushkin Square, Moscow, marking a historic shift toward Western consumerism near the end of the Cold War. Over 30,000 customers queued, setting company records for a single day. The restaurant, featuring 900 seats, was the world's largest at the time. The UK officially left the European Union on January 31, 2020 after a withdrawal deal was passed by Parliament, but continued to participate in many EU institutions, including the Single Market and Customs Union, during an 11-month transition period which it was hoped that details of the post-Brexit relationship could be agreed and implemented. Trade deal negotiations continued within days of the scheduled end of the transition period. On January 31, 1958, the United States successfully launched Explorer 1, its first artificial satellite and a major milestone in the space race. Launched from Cape Canaveral, this satellite carried scientific instruments, including a cosmic ray detector that discovered the Van Allen radiation belts. January 31, 1943, German troops surrendered at Stalingrad, marking the first big defeat of Hitler's armies in World War II. During the Battle of Stalingrad, where brutal blizzards, deep snow, and biting winds paralyzed German equipment, froze diesel engines, and caused widespread frostbite, significantly impacting the fighting, freezing food, and forcing soldiers to live in extreme, deadly cold. 160,000 Germans were killed and 90,000 taken prisoner. The first German field marshal ever to surrender. The captured Germans were forced to march to Siberia, with few ever returning to Germany. On January 31, 1971, NASA launched Apollo 14, the third successful crewed moon landing mission, at 4:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Kennedy Space Center. Commanded by Alan Shepard, with crewmates Stuart Roosa and Edgar Mitchell, the mission aimed to explore the Fra Mauro Highlands, achieving a safe touchdown 5 days later. On January 31, 2000, Alaska Airlines Flight 261 crashed into the Pacific Ocean. The National Transportation Safety Board determined that the probable cause of this accident was a loss of airplane pitch control resulting from the in-flight failure of the horizontal stabilizer trim system jack screw assembly's Acme nut threads. All 88 people on board were killed. Every year, the families of those lost gather to mourn and remember their loved ones together. The U.S. government issued an ultimatum ordering all Lakota Sioux and Northern Cheyenne tribes to report to designated reservation agencies by January 31, 1876, or be deemed hostile and subject to military attack. This ultimatum directly triggered the Great Sioux War of 1876 to 1877 following the refusal of many bands to leave their hunting grounds.